What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for In the Zone. With me on the show tonight, John Wigglesworth, Triton eSports coordinator, here to talk about the eSports program over at UOG.
Absolutely. So the program itself, we have a mission and purpose statement. And I touched on this a little bit during the awards ceremony that we broadcasted, but just to recap here, for any of you who missed that. So the purpose of Triton eSports is to mold professional leaders through rigorous training, coaching, and mentorship. So kind of the overall mission behind that, right, is we're enriching the student experience. That is one big part of the program. And then the other big aspect of the program is to create partnerships for the University of Guam and for Guam. So with the University of Guam, we're looking at partnerships locally and internationally. And then the partnerships we're reaching out to are global, they're worldwide, and we're looking to connect Guam more with the rest of the world in the sense of the esports scene, the competitive scene, and in doing so, that benefits the internet for Guam.
Well, 9 students on 2 teams received between $500 and $750 toward their tuition and fees this semester. So it's definitely a breakthrough for some of these students who are now being recognized as athletes.
It's funny because I wrote out this 2-year plan with dollar amounts and just really a launch plan to get this program running. And the support that came from the community and also from within the university really just blew me away. Scholarships weren't even there. That was kind of a question mark at the end of 2 years. And what happened is the business office and a few key individuals and the student governing association stepped up and said, we're going to put our money behind this permanently. Every semester, we're going to be funding scholarships for these students, which allows us as an esports program to immediately step forward and say, yeah, we're on par with the University of Hawaii. We're on par with stateside universities that offer scholarships for their esports programs.
Well, Lawrence Camacho, Dean of Enrollment Management and Student Success, said, besides the entertainment value, esports plays an important role for students when it comes to team building and overall student development. And what was the feedback from these student athletes who competed for the first time?
It's positive. Yeah. In fact, if you go on our Twitch, you could actually hear straight from them. We have a video up there that replays the scholarship award ceremony. Every one of our athletes stated, personally what this program meant to them. But to kind of recap it, it stretched them all. It's challenging all of them, and it's challenging us as staff. So what the program is reaching towards is competitive level, right? We're looking at intercollegiate level, and that's where our goal is, our long-term goal is international intercollegiate competition. And to get there and to compete on that level requires an intense amount of training and mental fortitude. And that's why written into the mission is to develop leaders. It's because those are the quality traits that you need in a leader. So these students stepped into, some of them stepped in with a little bit of a casual attitude, thinking like, oh yeah, it's going to be like soccer in high school or something. And I made it very clear at the beginning, this is at the minimum, this is a 20-hour-a-week commitment that you're giving to dedicated practice with a coach there in your esport, a coach who's within the top 1% in the world, coaching you 20 hours a week. And then in addition, you've got a mental health coach who's regularly meeting with these players and helping them challenge their critical thinking, challenge, where they're at in life, and also just to help them through the difficulties of time management, which is intense, as you can imagine, for some of these athletes who work jobs and go to school and play 20 hours a week on the field. And then there's also the physical fitness aspect of it. We definitely don't want to encourage this kind of lazy potato chip, Red Bull attitude, where you're just sitting there all night. No, this is you're showing up to work. You're showing up to be challenged, and you have to be on your A game.
Jumping on board, Kenton Nicholas from Laddie eSports. And, the event can also be used as a recruiting tool for students trying to get into college. And Guam also has a chance to be recognized and put on the gaming map.
At the collegiate level, I believe beginning next year, UOG will be eligible to compete in the National Association of Collegiate Esports, which is like the NCAA of esports for colleges, right? And they'll be able to play against some of the best colleges on both the West and the East Coast. And these are big opportunities in terms of notoriety and just the opportunity to get even more scholarship money and awards and accolades for the University of Guam and as individual competitors.
Joining me on the show, Andrea Quitioriano, a member of the UOG eSports program, also a recipient of one of these scholarships. Tell us about how you were able to manage your time being on the team.
Hi guys. So how I manage my time with being on the team is I try to focus on what is important and just setting and starting my task early, for example, for work, and then just setting limits and my responsibilities with assignments and needed things I need to do for the team. And the most important thing is the sleep schedule. If I if I was just working and just going to school, usually I would have a really horrible sleep schedule. But now that I'm in this team, I have to prioritize, myself with self-care, and sleeping is really important because I do work, I go to school, and I try to do things for myself and for my family and friends. And because of COVID, everything is online, and just scheduling and organizing everything is really important. Again, learning what to prioritize, making the needed changes in my daily schedule, and leaving enough time for self-care.
With me now, Daniel Lee, one of the eSports program players who recently also took home a scholarship. First off, how did it feel earning a scholarship and making history for gaming here on Guam?
It feels great that I'm able to earn a scholarship for something that I enjoy doing. I'm really thankful and surprised at the same time that esports is something that's being supported and developing on Guam. I first joined the program in high hopes that this program will continue developing, and I'm honored to be able to make history for gaming on Guam.